ever sit down and say to yourself, you know, say, yo, I buy a piece of real estate, is it me? But then when you check your account, you say, yo, must have mistake. So the next best thing is we'll probably just try to get into some REITs. And what is a REIT? Well, a REIT is really just a real estate investment trust. Essentially, it's like stocks, but for real estate. So welcome family. In this video we'll be talking about REITs in Jamaica. Well, REITs cousin, and me explain why as we go down further into the video. We'll be talking about their dividend payout, what percentage of their net earnings is actually paid out to shareholders, which is very important to essentially say what a REIT is. Their price to book ratio, which, you know, whenever you're doing companies that use physical assets to generate capital, is very important. And of course the dividend yield percentage that you'd get if you invested in this company. So with that said, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, to a friend. With that said, let's begin. Alright, so what is a REIT? A REIT essentially is a company that owns, operate, or finance income generating properties. These properties vary from all forms of real estate. So it can be apartment buildings, cell towers, data centers, hotel, medical centers, office spaces, retail outlets, warehouse, or even a parcel of land. Like literally, you can literally have a land right here, so a flat parcel of land, you probably just throw some asphalt on it, and that, you know, real estate investment. Because we can do now is just like collect fees and them something there for like parking. And some of the downside of REIT is that they get higher tax, because they not only get taxed like dividend, they get taxed as income. Also, you know, whenever the housing market is volatile, you know, they also suffer, and it's like very sensitive to interest rates. So yeah, so now that we get out the concept of what is a REIT and how them operate, what is Jamaica idea of a REIT? Alright, so one of the most defining characteristics of a REIT is that they pay out 90% of their net earnings to shareholders. So it can be 90% or more in the form of a dividend payout. So as relates to REIT now, whenever it comes to the tax, you know, whenever you get dividend in Jamaica, it's charged 15%. In the case of a REIT, you would actually get taxed as an income tax. I'm going to do a video for income tax. You can check that out, understand more about that. But just the idea, because Jamaica don't really have any REITs, because there isn't really any laws that stipulate that, yo, this is how companies that invest in real estate supposed to operate as a REIT. So that's why I'm gonna say no real REIT, no really there. Jamaica is just REIT cousins. In a more formal sense, I would say, is my interpretation actually, and my definition I would give to Jamaican real estate or REIT is really just a company that business model is investing and generating revenue through real estate, which is IGRR. Say, alright, so here are the list of REITs that are in Jamaica. I'm just going to get a brief overview of them and then some metrics, and then yeah. But do know that a few of the companies in this list has a US denominated currency. Essentially the same things, are the same definition, same everything, and yeah, it's just that it's in a US currency. Alright, so we're going to start with the Jamaicans. And the first one on this list is Epley Caribbean Property Funds. And we start now strong, because Epley is the largest real estate mutual fund across the Caribbean. It is cross-listed between Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, and Barbados. And it consists of 17 properties with over 875,000 square feet of commercial real estate. And the portfolio is really diverse, not only the type of real estate but also where it is located. So I've access in Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Barbados, and these properties generate money through the BPO industry, corporate office, retail office, and even the industrial service industry. So I'm going to use some of the specs, as I said. All of these calculations were done on February 24th. So these are the specs. The stock price is $38.26. The price to book ratio is 0.58, and the net earnings for 2023 was 1.3 billion roughly, and they paid out $303 million roughly, which equates to about 22.49%, which, as you can see, is nowhere near the 90% that a REIT should, you know, pay out. At the end of the video, I'm just going to show you a list with everything, and then I'm going to put at the end the amount of the percentage in dividend that you would get from it. So you can stick around for that one. The next on the list is Kingston Properties, and this has over 542,000 square feet of real estate in its portfolio, and it boasts that it is at 100% occupancy. Kingston Properties was one of the first purely real estate companies that came to Jamaica, and it was established on April 2008. It of course is an actively managed fund, and it has properties that are in Cayman, Jamaica, and the United States. The stock price that I did this at was $7.52. The price to book ratio is 0.89, and the net earnings was over $500 million, and they paid out $223 million, which equates to about 37.55% of net earnings, which again nowhere near the 90% we're supposed to pay. The next on the list is Sagicor Real Estate X Fund. Everybody knows Sagicor, and it's a big financial conglomerate with operations from way in the 1970s. Alright, and the thing with Sagicor is that they have three funds that, say, you have Sagicor, like Sagicor Group, and then they created three funds out of that. They had Sagicor Select F, which was the finance one, and it was top heavy with NCB, which about 38%, and no NCB as of the day when they bought in, NCB now is closer to 25% of its value back then. So that portfolio is taking a hit, and it started at $1. Now they had the manufacturing and distribution one. These are all companies that are in it, and pretty alright. And now they had the real estate aspect of it, and I had the issues finding the prospectus for kind of look point, but I found it, and these are all the companies that are invested in it. And really, company, like every year they have some losses or something. So yeah, that's what I'm something. So I'll just get the specs, because I don't know exactly what to say about it. They investing some real estate properties, and yes, they do make money, but then sometimes they lose. So I think this is the first in a while that they haven't had like a predominant set of losses being incurred. So basically all of those three Sagicor is just acting as like an index fund, I guess you can say that. Yeah, because they take like an aggregate of stocks within a particular industry and then just invest in. So yeah, specs for these are, the price I had it at was $7.62. It had a price to book ratio of 0.9. it had a net earnings of literally $2.5 billion, and they made no payouts actually, so that's 0%. And like on my list, this is the highest amount of net earnings. Why, if you're making so much money as net earnings, so I'm doing net earnings to show the net means after all expenses and something there. What's going on? Anyways, say 0% of the 0% in pay. Yeah, they're not paying no out. So yeah. On to the next one, Stanley Motors. And I've talked about Stanley Motors quite a few times. It's in one of the highest dividend paying stocks, and I did do a video on it specifically. Alright, so Stanley Motors is a real estate company that essentially they developed and manage a real estate complex. You can put that, a real estate complex, and that is the 58 Halfway Tree. That is right literally across from Flow headquarters. Like you can look at it from there. So yeah. And predominantly their tenants are BPO, which is Alarica Call Center, and ICT Solution. Also the head office or the main office for Stanley Motors is also on the building. Benefit with Stanley Motors is that they charge their rent in the USD denominated currency and pay the expenses in Jamaican currency, which means they benefit from the rising cost of the US dollar. So the 58 Halfway Tree, or HWT, consists of 6 acres of land with about 200,000 square feet of newly developed real estate. So most of the things are new right there. So, and their spec sheet is $6.99. The price to book ratio is 0.68. The revenue generated was $840 million, and they paid out $191 million in dividend, which is about 22.81%. Next on this list is OneTrade Student Living. Alright, so one also talked about OneTrade Student Living already because they came to the market the other day. OneTrade Student Living was founded on August 15, 2014, and is a real estate company that focuses predominantly on the housing solutions for college students. And these properties are located in Kingston, Mandeville, and Montego Bay. And essentially, the thing with OneTrade Student Living is that OneTrade Student Living has a concession agreement with University of West Indies. Essentially, it was to just fix up the campuses existing like real estate that was there for students, in addition to building out their own stuff as well and rent it to the student. However, the perk that OneTrade Student Living had was the case that the University of West Indies guaranteed OneTrade Student Living 90% occupancy. So regardless if no student actually stayed in the buildings, they would still generate revenue at a 90% capacity rate, which is a good little thing. So essentially, the target audience of OneTrade Student Living is students, and the specs are $4.14. Their price to book ratio is $0.45, and they made net earnings of $376 million, mash and paid out $53 million, mash, which equates to 14.31%. So the last one on this list both have US and Jamaican denominated shares listed on the market. Essentially, everything is roughly the same dividend payout, same earnings, is just converted into the US denominated version. Alright, so Cygnus is the Caribbean leading alternative investment management company, and it covers stuff such as wealth management, investment banking, and alternative investments, which covers private credit, private equity, and real estate, which is the aspect that we are focusing on. So they have a whole real estate fund, and this was established back in August 2019 with assets under management exceeding $75 million US. And their investment strategies is to invest in equity or debt in all forms of their real estate. So essentially, they either want to own a portion of it, or they lend the company debt in aim of getting a percentage of it. And their target investment area is in the residential, commercial, and hospitality industry. And they have several projects underway. They have the Ocean Edge in Discovery Bay. They have Surreal at Sugar Mill in Montego Bay, and many more. Matter of fact, the building across from where I usually work, and that was like 2 years ago, because I was there from when them just even dig the dirt in the ground. The Prime Minister came and cut ribbon and everything. So yeah, that building is also theirs, and that is the One Belmont, which is just immaculate. It's a very big building. So specs of Cygnus, and bear in mind that this is for both. I'm going to tell you the Jamaican, and I'm going to tell you the US conversion. So the Jamaican is $11.38, and the price to book is 0.26. The revenue generated was $211 million, and they did not pay out anything. So there was that. And for the US version is 0.0814 US dollars. The price to book is 0.2, and net earning was $211,000. And as I said, them not pay nothing for the year. So the last on the list is First Rock Capital. And First Rock Capital, who I can put First Rock Capital is, in a nutshell, First Rock Capital invests in predominantly fancy real estate. Can say that. Some immaculate building. And the properties that they own are the Habani Estate. Hope me not butcher that. The Hambani Estate in Jamaica, and the Bonnie Chance in New Kingston, among others. And also, they are in the process of doing a $2.5 billion high-rising building investment, and they have majority stake in Central 21, which is a real estate broker. And they also have some real estates that will carry KFC or increase the number of KFCs in Colombia to, I think, about 55 or so. So the specs for this one are: the stock price is 8.75, the price to book ratio is 0.06, and net earnings was 634 million, and they paid out 17.7 million in dividend, which is 2.8%, and is the same as I say for the US. So the US version is they paid 0.0416, and then the price to book was 0.27. The net earnings was 4,050,000, and they paid out 113,000, which I'm saying to 2.8%. So yeah, that's all it for the real estate companies of Jamaica. Although there are two honorable mentions, and I did spoke about one of them, which is the Panjam investment. The thing is, Panjam has several business models that all falls under one. However, they have a lot of real estate, especially in New Kingston area. Literally say Panjam building complex. So there is that. Like call centers, even their building is on it. So there is that. And also Pulse, even though Pulse predominantly does modeling, and then some of there, yeah, they do also have some real estate property developments that they're doing, and they're selling the houses there. And pretty much that's it. That is it. Also, before we go, I hope you guys still doing a challenge, because I am still doing mine. This is, I think, what, 25? It's supposed to be 25. 24,800, but we just put the 25 grand. Yeah. By the time I watch a video, I'm already buy Mustang, because the year would, the month would have done already, and I'm going to buy Trans Jamaica. So when I'll just make a short TikTok for tell the price that I bought it at. So yeah, as always, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, don't forget to tell a friend. But that's it. As always, love you guys. Catch you in the next video. Also, I did do a poll, just remember, I did do a poll, and guys, everybody want videos. At first it was Monday, which is, that's why I have the video here today. However, I noticed that when I check back to like screenshot it, it says Friday. So now I will drop another video Friday, which is alright, we swap one. But going forward, the aim is to ensure that I have at least a video once a week on Friday at around 5 p.m. Sometimes on Mondays, but really it's just Fridays at 5. That's the aim. So no more than so. Yeah, as always, love you guys. As always, catch you in the next video. Peace.